Yeah, so my name is Laura and I'm a Sydney-based artist. A large part of my practice is actually examining what a photograph is and the way we take photographs and what they mean to us, and also their limitations. One of my biggest achievements is actually what got me here was that I won the ID Digital Portrait Award at the National Portrait Gallery, and the work that I won it for was called Here and Before, and it was another take on the school photo. So I was kind of looking at the school photo, kind of examining that they become like a signifier of that period of our lives growing up, and they don't really show the whole picture. It's a stop motion, so it's at 6 frames a second. I did that because I wanted to keep the original feel of a still image, so you could tell that they were still images, but I wanted to show that a single image in time doesn't convey a lot. So what you see when you're watching it is it starts off just quite straight. I'm obviously not smiling, but as it progresses, you can see that I'm crying. I've been looking at how we feel about time at the moment. So one series I've been looking at is it's a portrait series, and it's about us, like the human experience of time. So I'm focusing on the body and photographing them when there is a signifier of time. But then I add into that the fact that I'm photographing all of those people in our built environment, so mostly in our homes, but I'm only lighting them with the direct sunlight that comes into that environment. So it's coming through a window or a door. And by doing that, not only is the sunlight a reference to time, but I'm also trying to expose one of the fallibilities of photography and its limitations, in that it can't see what our eyes can. So by exposing just for the light just for where the sunlight's hitting, which is always on the body, then the camera can't pick up the lower light that's on the background. So the background just turns to black, and you totally lose the place of where these moments are occurring. I've continued that with doing a digital portrait where I'm actually trying to sit as still as I can, or stand, or however I'm positioned, and using the sunlight that comes through the windows to let that progress over my body. So it's the same look and technique as the still images, in that I'm letting the background go to black. I'm only exposing for the sunlight, but I'm showing that sunlight is moving too. So that's to show the other limitation of a still image, that it is just still, and that's only a moment, whereas time is actually a continuous thing. I really wanted to do something where I was responding to the area, because part of this residency for me is not just the space where I have the studio and everything, but it's the fact that I'm in a totally new environment. So one of my first days here, I was sitting outside and it was 42 degrees or something ridiculous, and I'm thinking about the sun and time, and of course one of the most common ways that people show time as in duration in photography is long exposures. So I thought I'd challenge myself and see if I could do some long exposures actually of the sun. I ended up using a pinhole camera and a number of neutral density filters, and putting a camera on the roof here at PICA so I could get the sun's journey as it travels across the sky. There is another element to being away on a residency, which is that I'm away from my normal life and all of the schedules and responsibilities and I guess the distractions that involves. So for me this has been great just to focus on work, and I've been working really hard, which has been really enjoyable and great. So I'm the sun trails that I've been doing, that's something that I solely want to do in Perth. So overall I've enjoyed Perth a lot, and all the people at PICA have been fantastic. Working in here as an environment has been really different for me actually. I love it because I have this space that is mine, and I can use it, because normally my studio is also my living room and I have a family, so that can get quite awkward. But this particular studio has been great because I asked for it because it has the east-west facing windows, so I could get that direct sunlight, but it also happens to be the clock tower studio, and I'm working with time, and it has a constant clock that's ticking the whole time, always reminding me of what I'm doing. So that's been really awesome. The way I work is just a continual process. So while it's been a great experience to be here and to be able to focus, it's, you know, I'll just go back into continuing to work at home as well. So without all of the fun and excitement of being at PICA.